Ian, it's been awesome having you on this trip. As as we both know, Relene, your wife, actually came over in October, and so for you guys, it's been, I suppose, quite a good balancing act now, because she's seen it, but obviously you're at home, don't really know what she's talking about. Now, when you guys are talking, you've seen it as well. Kind of, what's been your experience from the last week or so?
I think it was a great experience in just meeting the people on the ground, RJ and the guys in Memphis, Orlando, and to meet them personally. And it was a great experience. We had lots of fun and seen quite a few properties here in Atlanta.
And from a, you guys, I mean, obviously Relene came over, we looked at stuff, but unfortunately the market's moving so fast at the moment. The actual property that you saw was sold before we could be able to, get stuff done. So there's a huge component of trust, where Relene and myself actually asked RJ and we said, look, help us out, pick a good property for us. Pretty much, you're happy with what I've said there, basically. But I mean, what was your feeling? I mean, obviously the butterflies were hectic when you're buying something sight unseen. But I mean, is he the type of man that can be trusted to help you buy the right investments?
Absolutely, I can tell that from experience. We were actually looking at a different property when we bought the first one, which, as you said, by the time we made the decision, it was gone. And on RJ's recommendation, and he probably spoke to Relene in what sort of property she was looking at, he recommended a property, and that was the property that we eventually bought without seeing the property. And yeah, it was nice to see the property, and how it was finished of good quality.
Nice tenant as well.
Nice tenant too.
Yeah.
So we actually got to meet the tenant, and
Yeah.
Although she didn't give us tea though, so
And just to qualify the timescales there, you bought that pretty much in December. We're here now at the beginning of February, and not only has the transfer gone through, but the renovation's gone through, and you've got the tenants in place.
Yeah.
In terms of where you're at. And the last thing as well, which I think is quite important, is that RJ and his team tend to try and be conservative. And on the original estimate was a rental of 1.1, and they actually got you 1.2.
1,200, yeah.
And the property's gone up by roughly 20 grand since the purchase.
According to
the area,
according to RJ, it's closer to 30,000.
Yeah.
Well, I think based on what we saw yesterday, that could easily be the case.
Yeah, easily.
In terms of where we're
And
at.
if you look at the prices
now
for the properties on offer now, it's already about 30,000 more than we bought for.
So are you happy with that sort of return?
I don't think you can.
Yeah, it was a very special moment, wasn't it? Watching you go into your property, and it's very special to actually see that in such a. But to also know, like you said, the guy that you're investing with, our partners are just exceptional. So although it probably wasn't a surprise, it was nice to just get that confirmation. Absolutely.
I think just the very last thing I'd like to say is that this example is a classic example of not investing in property, but actually investing in people. And at the end of the day, all of us are investing in someone on the ground's knowledge. We pride ourselves on being able to find those partners.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's hugely, I've got goosebumps talking about it, when we come and we have happy, satisfied clients that are achieving their objectives. And it's about the quality of the guys on the ground that can deliver that.
I can say without RJ, we probably would not have invested, and it's just the way he operates. You can truly trust him in his advice and what he tells you.
And you can see why Scott spent nearly 2 years and X amount of money to find the right people. So that's where the value of what we've created with you guys to come and use that leverage, use that relationship, because you've got a higher rent, you've got a capital return, and the property's great and the tenant's great, and so it's good.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been awesome having you on tour, and we look forward to helping you create wealth here, which is what your game plan is.
Okay.
Cheers.